Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Prandestender. I am from PBI 3. Okay, on this occasionally, I will deliver my summary of performance assessments for English language learners. So, at the first, what is performance assessment? Performance assessments, also known as alternative or authentic assessment, is a form of testing that requires students to perform a task rather than select an answer from a ready-made list. Or in other words, performance assessments are a powerful alternative to the traditional standardized achievement test. They engage English language learner students in the assessment task and more comprehensively demonstrate their knowledge in content-based areas. These assessments also supply more in-depth information on academic needs and create environment for students to engage in more cognitively stimulating activities. Additionally, the outcomes of performance assessments help us understand the nature of the performance gap between English language learners and non-English language learner students to see whether such as a contrast is due to lack of content knowledge or inadequacy in English proficiency. Performance assessments are often thought um, to be more engaging for students and to better reflect activities inside the classroom. Next, talk about performance assessments based on experts. Here, as you see, there are two experts that say about performance assessment. First, Bass, Megan, and Glaser 2002 observed that performance assessments allow all students, especially those with different language backgrounds, to engage in cognitively complex activities such as generating strategies, monitoring work, analyzing information, and applying reasoning skills. And second one is similarly as Darlingham 2006 indicates performance assessment. Performance assessments that require students to evaluate and solve complex problems, conduct research, write extensively, and demonstrate their learning in project papers and exhibitions have proven key to motivating students and attaining high levels of learning in redesigned high school. In performance assessments, students' actual performance rather than their expressive language may more clearly convey the content being measured. For example, in the floating pencil exercise, students not only hear the task instructions to measure the length of a pencil floating in both fresh and salt water, but also see the pencil under both conditions. And next, there are two reasons why performance assessments can be less affected by unnecessary linguistic complexity. First, language is often not the only medium of presenting an assessment task. For example, in science, hands-on performance tasks, students are represented with a set of physical materials such as batteries, wires, and bulbs. Second, students have access to this physical material as they formulate assessment responses, thereby reducing reliance on language. In science, students can experience manipulations of hands-on objects and use that familiarity as they formulate written or oral responses. Performance assessments thus reduce linguistic complexity as tasks are presented and as a responses are prepared. Okay, next, why performance assessment for English language learner? Because a performance assessment is a better tool for gathering evidence about what students can do with their knowledge. Effective performance assessments allow students to apply knowledge to solve a problem or demonstrate a skill. Standardized achievement tests are commonly used for assessments and accountability purposes because they have established objectivity, reliability, and validity, as well as ease of administrations and cost efficiency in scoring, according to Berger 1994. These tasks may also refer more succinctly to content standards and have more easily variable content representations the many current classroom measures, according to Chang, De La Cruz, and Billy 2006, and Mehrens 1992. Performance assessments outcomes can yield valuable information. For instance, one could set performance assessments to directly involve English language learner students in the classroom conversations and encourage them to report their understanding of teacher instructions. Particularly with complex language instructions, the outcome would help teachers evaluate a student's listening and speaking knowledge through observations and student presentations. Assessment outcomes have a major impact on the academic career of English language learners because they can influence a student's classifications, promotions, and graduations. The outcomes of these assessments are also used for accountability purposes, which may influence academic performance. Performance assessments are often thought to be more engaging for students and to be better reflect activities inside the classroom. They increase the level of motivations and effort for all students. We are going to talk about as a result. As a result, they increase the level of motivations and effort for all students, particularly for English language learners who traditionally face challenging situations in taking standardized achievement tasks and need more encouragement and support in their academic undertaking. So I think that's all for my summarizing. I'm so sorry for all mistakes. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.